What is up, you guys? Today, we have a pickups video.
So I'm showing you guys some of the latest pieces that I have purchased.
Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while. It's my last quarter of grad school, so you know I'm hauling ass, trying to finish strong, trying to graduate, you know what I mean? Today, we have a fall winter pickups video. Some of these items you might have seen in my vlogs, just me purchasing them, but in this video I'm gonna talk about them in more depth. Before we get started, please drop a like and a comment under my video, follow me on Instagram, subscribe if you're not already, subscribe because it does help the channel out. You guys know I hate asking, but I'm asking. And if you don't know what to comment, you know, some options, right? Slay, go off, wake up babe, gin just dropped, you know, a few options there for you to choose from. But remember, I like my comment section to be an echo chamber, so just gas me up, all right? Just kidding. The way I'm gonna structure this video, we'll start with the outerwear, move our way to the tops, the bottoms, we'll do footwear, accessories, and then I have a miscellaneous segment of the video. Let's get started. To kick off the outerwear, I have here a A2 deck jacket from Helmut 1997. So you know this is GTR. Interesting story about this jacket. The seller actually approached me and told me that he wanted to sell this jacket to me because just knew that I'm infatuated with Helmut Lang. Anyway, this is very plain, but it's also, that's a pro because it's very wearable, very modular. I can wear it all the time. I like to wear it to dinner dates. You can wear this in a professional setting too. The leather, there's no real flaws to it, just general wear, and it's just very sleek, very sharp, and very me. I'm so excited to have this. I got this for an incredible price too. Very rare. I've never seen this prior to me acquiring it. Just a little context. Kissing Booth, the vintage boutique located out in Portland, was having a sale. So I did pick up some outerwear. It's more of like for experimentation, if you will. All three of these items are reminiscent of Helmut outerwear, but I just didn't want to bite the bullet on the Helmut outerwear yet until I was confident that I really enjoyed what I'm looking at, right? So this first one is a 60s windbreaker. It's a white windbreaker. It's translucent. There's a hood that is concealable, and the weather in Chicago lately has been like 60s, 70s, and I wore this and I was skeptical whether or not this actually would break the wind, but surely it does. I think it looks great. This is a very fun piece because depending on what you're wearing underneath, it can kind of dictate how this looks. So very fun piece. I think this was like under $30, maybe 25. So it's crazy steal and very unique item. This next piece of outerwear that I got from Kissing Booth is a military fleece. So this is the alternative to your North Face Denali or your Patagonia Retro X fleece. This one is actually green. I don't know if the camera's picking up. It's a weird green color. There are these missing Velcro spaces here. I'm assuming they're for name tags because it's a military garment. But yeah, fits oversized, sleeves fit well. Just another one of those things you can kind of throw on with some sweats and run out of the house. Very fun, playful, and again, like $30. Ending off the outerwear, I have another military garment. This is a pea coat. It fits good on the shoulders, but everywhere else, it's not too flattering. It's very oversized, very boxy. The sleeves are too long, to the point where I had to cuff them. I thought pea coats were for me, but the length, like all else aside, the length is a little awkward. Research complete, pea coats are not for me. It's a shame though, because this is a really nice color. I've just been throwing it on over whatever I'm wearing when I'm heading out to the grocery store or to the gym. That's how I've been wearing it. It's hard to put like an outfit together because it's so oversized that it just kind of, it doesn't pair well with any of my bottoms or anything in my wardrobe because of the shape and how oversized it is. Moving on to the tops, I have here a vintage Russell crew neck. This is a University of Chicago crew neck. If you guys don't know, I attend the University of Chicago. I'm not, that school spirited. I don't own any collegiate attire, but I was at Kumiko. So if you watched like my last living in Chicago vlog, There's a couple next to us and they got into a little bit of a disagreement. The guy goes, if I could get into a prestigious university right now, I would quit my job and attend there. Because attending a prestigious university gives you the right to wear that crew neck or to wear that t-shirt or whatever, right? This is his logic. And I was like, I guess you're right, you know? So I went out, eBay, Etsy, Grailed, and I found this, $30. I think the font, the placement of the font, the fact that it's a Russell, this maroon burgundy color, just beautiful. A lot of people wear vintage university apparel. I mean, do whatever you want. To me, I think that's a little weird because if I have no affiliation, you know, someone asks me like, oh, do you go there? Like, no. Then it's kind of like, almost like, why are you wearing that? You know, I mean, I guess your response could be like, it looks cool. For me, I'm gonna rep somewhere I have affiliation with. Next up, I have this Stussy sweatshirt that I picked up at the Stussy store in Toronto. This is a blend of cotton and cashmere. It's very sleek and I like the fit of it. It's a little oversized, but not in an unflattering way. The sleeves are a little long, but I kind of like that. The hems of the collar and the hems of the body and the sleeves, it's almost like it's released. So it kind of curls up at the neck and at the openings here. It's very simple. I just kind of throw it under whatever I'm wearing and it kind of serves as like, just like an extra layer. There's a little Stussy embroidery, but that's about it. It's very simple, very cozy. Moving on to t-shirts, I have here a JWA strawberry tee. This was picked up at Sovereign here in Chicago, and typically I wouldn't gravitate towards this. This was a gift from my girl, but it's just a really nice black tee. If you were to cover this up, like this is just a solid black tee. I don't mind the embroidery here. I think it's, you know, I've worn it with like my Homme Plisse pants and some dress shoes and walked out of the house and you just look very put together. Next t-shirt I have is a vintage Fruit of the Loom. I picked this up at Kamui Vintage out in Vancouver. This reads, the personnel department is a 10 and so am I. I bought this tee because of the font back here. To me, it's reminiscent of the font that they use on like the Sadi Supreme picture tee. I really like the navy on the white and I like the message. I was actually out eating a burger at the Loyalist when the server's like, I gotta know what your shirt says, you know? So it's a nice little conversation starter too. But yeah, fits great, looks great. Bought it, I think it was like $20. Another vintage tee that I picked up at Kamui Vintage out in Vancouver. It reads, I wanna say Mattel, work with the best or go bust with the rest. Nothing on the back. It's a little thicker, it's a little heavier. I bought this because actually the font, and this may seem like a reach, but the font to me is reminiscent of the Raf Simons Consumed button-up shirt. You know, it's just like the different fonts and like almost like logos, like I don't know. But yeah, this is another $30 pickup, very fun, fits great, and not much else to say about this. So I'm still on the hunt for the perfect white tee. I'm not sure this is that. It is a Bare Knuckles tee. I'm wearing a Bare Knuckles tee right now. I do like their t-shirts. I like the fit of their t-shirts, but my only critique is that I know it's intentional. They did this on purpose because this t-shirt, to my knowledge, was inspired by this Midsummer Mozart vintage tee, but I don't like the fact that it's almost see-through. But I do like the distressing on the collar. I like this like shorter, thicker collar, so it's not going to sort of wrinkle like this one that I have on right now. And at a $100 price point, I figured I'd invest in this instead of buying 4 to 5 Uniqlo tees that don't age well after a couple washes. So this is really something I'm going to be wearing underneath like my outerwear and sweatshirts and stuff. Hopefully I can get a lot of wear out of this. Kicking off the bottoms, I have here a pair of Helmut Lang Spring Summer 2000 3D cargo pockets. So there's 2 cargo pockets right here underneath the front pockets, and they kind of protrude and are very boxy almost. Very 3D, very 3-dimensional. I don't know. I got rid of my last pair of white Helmut bottoms because they fit a little too big, so I replaced them with these. Got them for an incredible price. $200 for Helmut bottoms that's like maybe 10 years ago, maybe over 5 years ago for sure. But like these days, like the most basic Helmut bottoms are like $300 to $500. It's crazy. So we got some special detailing here. So what does that make it? 2, 4, 5, 7 pockets total. If you don't own any white bottoms, I recommend experimenting and buying a pair. I think Helmut does a really great job with white anything, whether it be outerwear or bottoms. So yeah, I'm glad to have added these to the collection. Last pair of bottoms, sorry, only 2 pairs of bottoms in this video, are a pair of these Dickies double knees. They're called double knees, but they're actually thinner and less structured than your 874. And that's kind of why I bought them, because the 874s are super structured. Like those creases do not come out, or the pleats or whatever you want to call it. So these, they have a Dickies logo at the left knee, and then they have one on the right, like hamstring area, and a little pocket as well. I've just been wearing these to bike in, or like little quick errands, I'll throw these on. Nothing much else to say about these. I mean, this is the first time buying Dickies in maybe like 3 to 5 years. At one point, I was wearing Dickies like religiously. This is the only pair I own now. All right, footwear. We got plenty of that in this video. So first, 2 pairs of Crocs. Got these off of Essence, $50 a pop. This olive pair, I never see them, so I was like, oh, I want them. And then these are the Real Tree camo, which at one point I was like, I don't know about those, but now I'm like, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. And you know, with what Balenciaga did with Crocs, they're kind of fashionable now. I don't wear them to be fashionable, I just wear them because they're comfortable, and black is just like, I mean, I've had a pair of black Crocs, so I wanted to just be a little more playful and go with like some colors that are a little more out there, or that I typically wouldn't buy. Another pair of slippers are these Hoka slides. And I get why people wear Hokas. These are so comfortable. Look at this thick sole. I like it. It gives like some extra height. I mean, I've been wearing them with shell pants. I've been wearing them with jeans. They kind of, I don't know. They remind me a little bit of like, there are these Balenciaga slides that I kind of want, but I'm not paying $500 for them. These, I got them for $35. Super comfortable. I think they look pretty cool. Next up, I have a pair of New Balance 2002 Rs. These are the Bryant Giles collab. Got them on sale at Notre. Little Velcro action. I'm just a sucker for mules. I like New Balances. They're so comfortable. This is not something I would typically gravitate towards. I kind of was enabled by my girlfriend, because like this design here, that's not really for me. Even the color is not really for me, but I've been wearing them and they've just really grown on me. They're super comfortable. Just slip into them and I'm gone. I get compliments on them too, actually. I mean, shout out Brian Giles. I've never seen someone rebound so well from, you know, beating like crazy allegations. He's from Chicago, gotta show support. So yeah, another mule. Wow, these things are beautiful. When I saw these on Steve Lacy's Fit Pick page, I was like, I need those. I need them. The nostalgia is beating my ass right now. As a kid, and I've said this before, as a kid, the drip was full Abercrombie or full Hollister and a pair of Nike Shox. These kind of look like the Skepta joints too, with the black and red. These came in a white pair also, but I like this more. It's a little more sleek. It's not gonna get dirty as easily. And yeah, this is just the epitome of design. Like, I know CDG did a Shox collab. Those are trash. These, they're mules. They have this crazy toe. If you're like, what the fuck are those? And you're like a big Balenciaga guy, then go and do your research. Go and do your homework, because Martine Rose is the truth. We need to protect her at all costs. These are a chef's kiss. Keep doing good work. Shoe of the year, easily, shoe of the year. Mason Margiela Gat. Well, I mean, there's not much else to say. You see me wearing my other pair all the time. Finally got this white colorway. I only want the 2 classic colorways, so I'm glad to finally have these in my collection. These are a birthday gift from my girlfriend, and beautiful. I can't wait to get some wear in, develop some patina. I think the Gats look better worn in, not beat, but worn in. I've seen people clean them and then they look good as new. So these are very wearable. You can wear these, like all my helmet bottoms complement Gats extremely well. And they also complement Guidis very well. Right here I have, finally in my possession, a pair of Guidi 795 Vs. These are combat boots, but they're essentially just the high top of my 792 Vs. That didn't stop me from getting them because I need both the high top and the low top. I love the lacing around the ankle, and I just love a combat boot, you know? These are beautiful. I've wanted these for over 2 years now, so I'm super stoked to have them. One more pair of Guidis that I need to add to my collection. You've seen these, you know these have, you know, stood the test of time. These are certified heavy hitters. Look at that slug sole. Oh my God, beautiful. Doesn't get better than this. We're moving on to accessories. Green MoMA hat. Picked this up at the MoMA store out in New York. I wanted the purple one, they discontinued it. Second best colorway that isn't black would be green. It is a little basic, I'm not gonna lie, you know. This is that New York City, like, getting into fashion, like starter pack, you know, these with some ALD, New Balances or whatever. But when it comes to like a cap or a hat, I do like it to be a little loud because I don't wear loud outfits, so I like to throw on a cap that's a little loud and it kind of gives my outfit a little pop. So that's what this is. Another hat I have here is this little Tokyo table tennis hat. There was an Otto 958 hat that I wanted that was brown and yellow, but I already have one Otto hat. I don't want two. So I picked this up. Again, I like the colors. I like this contrast stitch, but you guys might think this is like a really random pickup. It's not. If you guys have kept up with the channel, you would know I grew up playing ping pong. So I think it's very cool what Little Tokyo Table Tennis Club is doing, bringing ping pong into like the fashion space. That's sick, you know? That's sick. I like the kanji, yeah. And I don't have a brown hat, so there you go. Next hat. This is a U Chicago beanie or scully. I bought it, you know, to show my school pride, but also this kind of reminds me of like a vintage Oakley beanie. The C's not completely closed, but it might as well be. It's nice to have a beanie or a scully, especially when it gets cold out, and this way I can rep my school, and I think it's kind of fashionable. Next up, I have this Rick tube scarf. It doesn't look like much, but it's a really nice touch to your outfit. It's like a turtleneck. You can also use it to cover like half of your face. It's very warm, so very functional. I was wearing this out in Toronto and it was like maybe 40 degrees out. This kept me warm. This was the difference. Like if I just wore what I was wearing without this, I felt cold. I put this on and I felt hot. Got this on sale. I'm not paying retail for this because I think retail is like maybe $300. Next accessory, I have here a Uniqlo leather belt. This is Italian leather. So I follow this page on TikTok. This guy literally cuts up like designer bags just to review the leather. And he went into the Uniqlo store here in Chicago, saw that these belts, they use really good leather at a $30 price point. So I don't own any belts. This is my first belt. I'm kind of using this to determine whether or not I even need a belt, whether or not I need a nice belt. I most likely do, but yeah, this is my first belt, $30. I think it looks super clean, and if the quality is as good as he claims it to be, then it's a sound investment. Last accessories. These are Issey Miyake Homme Plisse socks. Some people don't believe in investing in designer socks. I used to share the same view. This is the first time I've ever bought into designer socks. But yeah, I typically buy Uniqlo socks and they don't really age well. So I figured like I'd give it a try, buy some nicer socks and see how they hold up down the line. I really like this yellow and gray. With my Gats or my Rick Burks, these are fire. This brown is very clean too. I think I got them for less than retail at Rodin Gray. I think there might have been some sort of deal, and then you factor in conversion. I think that's how I was able to justify buying designer socks, but I do like these two colorways a lot. Moving on to the miscellaneous segment of this video, I have here a Rafa bib. So apart from playing table tennis, I also ride fixed gear. You guys would know this if you follow the channel closely. This is the first time I've ever bought bike apparel. Up here, this is called a jersey, and then underneath is the bib. So you can get them with straps or without. I got them with straps because when you bike, the compression shorts almost, or the bib, almost drift down your waist, so that way the straps kind of hold everything nice and tight. Padding underneath. Rafa is a very bougie brand. This is just their core line, so I think this was like $180, something like that. If you want to buy like their nicer sets, they're like 500 plus, so it's very much like the elitist brand. And I didn't know I needed this, but I've been biking in this, and it keeps everything together, and the compression shorts really help. My ass doesn't hurt after biking, and it wicks sweat well. So this is one of those things that incentivize me or excites me to go out there and bike, because I will admit I've been lacking the biking, partially because I get flats so often, but that's besides the point. Last item in this pickups haul, LeBron 20s. These are absolutely gorgeous. Look at this lavender color. LeBron finally decided to go with a low cut, probably because he's getting old, whatever the case. I've been seeing people around the NBA wearing them, so I'm sure they're a fan favorite. Typically, I don't like paying retail for basketball shoes because I don't wear them every day and they get beat up anyway, but I don't anticipate this color sticking around by the time these shoes hit the sales section. So I decided to pull the trigger early, and you know, LeBron's my favorite player. I've been looking forward to putting these on, but currently I'm suffering from an ankle sprain, so these are gonna be sitting here for at least another week before I can give them a go, but they look very promising. All right, that wraps up this video. Again, thank you so much if you stuck around and watched the video in its entirety. I know support is very fickle these days. 1 minute, you know, you're my biggest supporter, commenting, liking under every video, and then another minute it's crickets, radio static. So I do appreciate those that have continued to support the channel. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my socials. If you guys do follow me on TikTok, I'll start posting on there again. Also, we'll be bringing back cooking content. And yeah, on another note, I would be remiss if I didn't address the hate that I've been getting lately. Hold on, I gotta put these on. I'm talking to these fucking haters. I had someone comment under a video pushing this narrative that I fall victim to cognitive dissonance, that I'm just this fraudulent social justice warrior that doesn't actually care about homelessness, which happens to be a public health problem, and I happen to be a candidate for an MPH next month, which stands for a Masters of Public Health. Another person tried to fat shame me, comparing me to his auntie. You see where I'm traveling to, you see the restaurants I'm going to, these are experiences. It goes beyond just eating food. Losing weight and getting in shape is a matter of like turning on a switch, okay? What do you think happens when you overconsume alcohol, don't exercise, don't get enough protein, and you're eating out at restaurants? Like, this is not a knowledge bomb. Another person DM'd me on Instagram, asked me something in a very disrespectful way, and because I didn't respond, they threatened me and told me to watch my back. You can miss me with all that bullshit, bruh. I'm from Chicago. Like, fuck out of here with that. There was someone that tried to paint this narrative that I'm a complainer. It's my travel vlog. I can't complain. Are you funding my trip? Find it ironic that you're gonna complain about me complaining, so you're doing the exact thing that you don't like. Goofy. I just don't understand why anyone would take time out of their day to comment hateful, negative, nefarious things under my videos. I am very confident in who I am, so that doesn't affect me. The only reason why I bring this up is because worst case scenario, people that do come on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever else and put content out there and are met with hate, worst case scenario, they go and kill themselves. It's not okay. Like, we're not gonna normalize hateful comments. The question shouldn't be, why are you having trouble ignoring hate? The question should be, why are people hating to begin with? And to the haters, like, I promise you, hating on me is not gonna make your situation any better. It's not gonna make your life any less miserable. So you can keep hating from the sidelines, playa. Like,
that's another root of human struggle, worrying about other people's perceptions about who you are. Like, why would you ever care about that, you know? And I think that I fell victim to that in my past, of worrying about things that I can't control. You know, if the people understood what words could do to a human being, especially where we are in today's society, then they wouldn't be invested in that. So I'm not here to dispel anything. You can continue to ask other people around me about what they think about me, and continue to write about mood swings. Like, you know, human beings have mood swings. Like, you go home and you're not happy with things, or you're mad at something, or you're happy. That's a mood swing. it's okay to be human. Like, I don't have to be perfect for anyone here, nor do I have to be perfect for the public. So I'm not here to dispel any perception. I'm just here to be myself.